thought I would do a couple of short briefs on small engine basics. And the first one that I thought I would address is the cooling system of a small engine. And that is the longevity of your engine, period. So I thought I would tell you how a small engine is cooled and what we can do to extend the life of it, keep the engine cooler. As always, the first thing we do is disconnect the spark plug. You want to look at the crankcase housing and make sure that it's clean, that there's no oil buildup like this one has. This is going to retain the heat, so we're going to take a brush and a degreasing agent and remove all the oil. Make sure that when we rinse the degreasing agent off of the engine, we don't get any water into the cap of the fuel. The second thing that we want to address is how airflow works on a small engine. There's going to be 3 bolts that are 3/8 inches that we're going to remove. One in the front and 2 on the back. Once the bolts have been removed, pull off the blower housing and just make sure that there's no grass buildup in there, that there's not a lot of grass in the clippings inside the cup, and inside especially these fins on the L head, the head of the engine. As the engine spins, these little cooling fins force air through the blower housing. That's why you always want to run it with one of these on, down and through the fins of your head. As you can see right here, there's grooves, and that's to force the air down and through, and that's where the cylinder head is coming up and down and your valves are, and it cools the engine. So clean this out, blow it out with air, make sure there's no grass clippings. The third one, and probably one of the most important, is change your oil every 25 hours. Briggs & Stratton suggests a 5W30 synthetic weight. I use 10W30, but it's cheaper as why. And you want to make sure that it's a golden color always. And good oil in your engine is going to keep it cool. Now if you're breaking your engine in, meaning you just purchased your lawnmower, it's suggested after the first 5 hours, replace that oil, because you're going to have little shavings from the break-in, and you don't want that scoring your cylinder. Another important aspect is, in another video you'll see where I decarbonize the head of the lawnmower. You really should get into the habit of doing that, because that carbon is going to get hot, and that's going to keep your engine hotter. And the second thing is, it's going to break off occasionally. The carbon buildup, it's like a plaque, if you will. And that's one of the main reasons of these engines wearing out, is they'll get caught between the piston and the cylinder wall and score it. And as soon as that happens, you're going to lose compression. And then they're just too expensive to rebore and resize the cylinders and change out the oversized rings. You're going to end up throwing out the engine. That's pretty much it. You just want to make sure that you have no grass clippings, keep the crankcase clean, make sure that you blow out the fins every so often, decarbonize the head, change the oil frequently every 25 hours. and your engine will last a very, very long time. These engines will last longer than the frame of the mower will. We'll catch you on the next one.